I cannot hear you. My dear, could you please unplug your microphone or unmute it? जी अतीका।
Assalamu alaikum.
वालेकुम अस्सलाम।
Assalamu alaikum.
वालेकुम सलाम जी अतीका।
Sir,
Mm-hmm.
I completed my homework but did not check the answer.
Okay, you did not tell it the answers. It's perfectly fine. It's perfectly fine. You can do it after the class and then, share your scores in the group, right? Because, there is a platform where we can talk offline when we are not in the class, okay? And again, as Bismillah mentioned, or, uh, if you might have any problem, right? If you face any problem, in fact, so just text in the group and I will answer it, right? And you can also call me, but as I mentioned, it should be before 12 o'clock, okay? Is it clear? All right.
Okay, clear.
Okay, let's move to our today's discussion. And okay, can you see the screen? Is it visible?
Yes, sir.
Okay, sir.
Okay, fine.
Yes, sir.
So yesterday we have just introduced, the overall layout, the overall, structure of IELTS listening test. Today we will be talking about the listening strategies. Like, as I mentioned yesterday, that we will be trying to improve ourselves. We will be trying to learn the strategies which will actually help us in the real test to score well, to understand the list, the audios well, and to catch the answers easily and correctly. So, there are certain strategies that will be, involved and we'll be learning them in this class, okay? So, the first thing is that we should be talking about the unit aims, right? So in this unit, you will learn the following strategies which will help you to improve your IELTS listening test scores. The first strategy that we'll be learning is before listening. What does it mean? It means that what should you do before listening to the audio, right? What are the techniques and what are the ways through which you can actually improve your scores? So we'll be using audio instructions and we'll be learning about prediction in before listening, right? Then the second strategy, the second part is while listening. So these are the strategies which will involve when you will be actually hearing or listening to the audios, right? So you should be able to ready to hear, right? Also, you should be able to listen while reading, right? As I mentioned, that although these are individual skills which are actually assessed, but within this individual skill, there is this integration of another language skill. As you can see here, we have listening and reading, and both of them, they are assessed partially in the listening module, right? So we have before listening, we have while listening, and then what should we do after listening, right? So we will be checking the answers if we have answered the questions correctly, and we'll also be trying to learn how effectively can we transfer our answers from the question book to the answer sheet, right? So these are actually the overall layout of our today's lecture. Now, in the before listening section, what you need to know is that we should learn how should we use the audio instructions. So in section one, in the audio, the speaker will tell you that, for example, you are going to listen to a telephone conversation about parking permits. Now, this is you can say the instruction from the speaker, and you are hearing it, and he says that you are gonna hear, a telephone conversation about parking permits. First, you have some time to look at question 1 to 5. Now, After this instruction, there will be a pause of 30 seconds. In those 30 seconds, you will hear nothing. But from the audio you have heard that the telephone conversation, there is a telephone conversation and it will be about parking permits. So you have got the main idea already. Are you getting my point? Right? So you've got the main idea of the conversation from the instructions. Now, within these 30 seconds, right? What should you do? You should think about it and you should read the questions, right? And after the 30-second pause, what will happen? Recording of section 1 will start, right? But it will be only about question 1 to 5. So within this 30-second pause, you should read question 1 to question 5. Later on in the coming slides, we will see the examples, but here you should only note down what are you gonna expect in your IELTS test. Okay, then, when the recording is played about question 1 to question 5, right, of section 1, then again, there will be instruction. Before you hear the rest of the conversation, you have some time to look at questions 6 to 10. Again, this is the instruction from the speaker. You will hear it. And then you will have again a 30-second pause. So within this 30-second pause, you should actually read questions 6 to 10. Are you getting my point? Right? And then when the the 30 seconds pause, it ends. So the speaker will say, now listen and answers question 6 to question 10. And then the recording will be played from section 1, right? So when the recording ends and all the questions they are answered, right, until question number 10, what will happen? The speaker will say, this is the end of section 1. You now have 30 seconds to check your answers. So in those 30 seconds, you will start checking your answers 1 to 10, right? And this is how the section 1 will end. Same is the case with section number 2. Same is the case with section number 3 and section number 4. Like this is the pattern in which you will hear all the audio scripts, right? In fact, there is only one audio script, but there are sections. So all the sections will follow the same pattern. First, you will be given the instruction about, the type of conversation or the type of monologue or lecture or whatever you're gonna hear, right? You'll be given the main idea. Then you will be given some time, which is around 30 seconds, right? So in those 30 seconds, the instructor will tell you, what should you read, and after the pause of 30 seconds, the recording will be played. Then again, there will be, some time, which is again 30 seconds to read the rest of the questions in that section. And then when the times of 30 seconds it goes up, again, the recording will be played, right? And then at the end of each and every section, you will be informed that this is the end of section 1, this is the end of section 2, this is the end of section 3, and so on. Is it clear? Are you following? Any questions until now? Yes, dear. Any questions?
No, sir.
All right. Let's move ahead. Now, in the before listening, you should be able to predict. This is another thing. We have learned how should we use the instructions for our benefit. Now, another thing that you should learn is predicting. And I hope all of you know what prediction means. If you don't know, I will explain it to you. Do you know the meaning of prediction?
Mean in Urdu, sir, Goman?
No, Guman is something else.
Sir, to guess about the answers.
Guess.
Exactly. Guessing about the answers. Yes. But in Urdu, we call it patient goi, right?
Yes, sir. Yes.
Patient goi means when you talk about something before it happens, right? So, this is, as Aisha mentioned, that, guessing about the answers. So how can you guess and how can you properly guess? So in the time, in the pauses that you are given, what do you think you should do during these pauses, right? So, well, we tell our students that this is a golden opportunity to prepare yourself for listening by thinking about the situation and the vocabulary in the following listening section. For example, if a speaker is telling you that you will hear a telephone conversation about a parking permits, so from this, you can predict that the audio will be about parking permits. So you can think about all the relevant vocabulary. For example, cars, parking lot, parking spots, then parking for handicapped people, and so on, right? So you can think about all those words along with the situation. That what is the situation, about? What is the talk about, right? Then in fact, you should ask yourself questions like these during the pauses. Who will be speaking? So if the instructor is telling you that there is a telephone conversation, so two strangers are talking to each other. One is probably the representative of the parking, the parking lot, right? Or the other is actually the customer. So who will be speaking? These two people, strangers, but they are talking from different perspectives. Then where are the speakers? So they are on the phone call, right? And so on. Why are they talking? So probably one of the person wants to know about the parking timing, or the parking you can say cost, and so on, right? What are they talking about? So the topic, right? You can think about the topic. So the topic is, we have mentioned in the previous slide, that it was about, let's say, the parking, right? Parking permits. Now, you should use all the information that you have for this. The introduction you have heard, as we have heard in the previous, slide, the instructions on the question paper, and the questions on the question paper. You should use all these elements to predict properly. If you miss any of these, it is very likely that your prediction might not be the correct one, right? So to predict something accurately, you have to take all the circumstances. You have to consider each and every detail, each and every instruction, right? And the questions on the question paper, and then predict, right? Okay, so when you predict like this, your mind should also be able to identify the topic of the listening and the words which are most likely to be heard in the listening. So when you will be predicting all these things, what will happen? Your mind will process actually, and it will tell you the kind of vocabulary which you might hear or listen to while the audio is being played, right? It can also tell you about the people who will be talking to each other. It can also tell you about the situation. So all of these things could be predicted in those 30 seconds. Now you will tell me, sir, 30 seconds is very less time. How can we predict so much information, right? This is a question which might be hitting your mind. So the answer is, don't panic, don't worry. The more you practice, right, the more you will be acquainted, and your mind will start processing things, and you will be easily grabbing the things, right? So it's not difficult. The only thing is, if you practice more, it will be easy for you to predict things in such a short period of time, such as 30 seconds. Is it clear? Should I
Yes,
proceed? Okay.
yes, sir.
Okay. Now, as we have mentioned previously, that we have to predict, right? So in this slide, we are gonna see how can we predict. So there is this little, you can say, lesson for you people, right? Now, we have a situation, right? And I'll be playing these audios for you, and you have to consider which of the options among all of them they are fit in audio 1, then in audio 2, then in audio 3, and then in audio 4, right? So are you ready? Do you have a pen and paper with you?
Yes, yes.
Okay,
Sorry.
so I'll be playing audio 1, and among them you have to choose two of the options. Okay, should I should I go forward?
Okay.
Okay, let's go.
You will hear a telephone conversation between a car salesperson and a customer.
Okay, so now answer it. In audio one,
Sir, sir, will you repeat?
okay,
You will hear a telephone conversation between a car salesperson and a customer.
Sir, buying something
okay, buying something and
and complaining about poor service.
complaining about poor service.
I think this is not the correct.
Then which one is the correct answer?
So I think, sir, I guess this one, complaining about poor service.
Okay, fine. Yes. Listen to audio 2.
You will hear a lecturer giving a talk about planets.
Okay, in audio 2, what do you say? Which of the options are correct?
Talking about study achievement, explaining discoveries. They're talking about study obligations and uh, and so I'm confused.
Okay. What about the others? Bismillah, what do you think?
Sir, talking about places.
Talking about what?
Places.
Places. A teacher does not
Okay.
talk about places, my dear. You should be careful. Yes, he does
Sir,
talk about. Mhm.
sir, I didn't.
Clearly hear the audio, right?
Okay, okay.
Okay, let me replay it.
You will hear a conversation between two students about
Okay,
an assignment. You will hear a lecturer giving a talk about planets.
Sir,
you
talking
will,
about study achievement and explaining discoveries.
why don't you say explaining theories and explaining discoveries?
Oh, sir, explaining theories and talking about study achievements.
Okay, let's move to the third one.
You will hear a conversation between two students about an assignment.
Okay, what do you say about the third audio?
Talking about study obligations
Mm-hmm.
and explaining theories, sir. Or explaining, sir, explaining theories will be fit, I think.
Okay. What about the others? Atika and, Abdul Hamid.
Sir, I cannot hear carefully, but I guess that explaining discoveries. Huh?
Okay, it goes in the third audio or the second audio? You see, you people are not predicting about the situation, right? As we have mentioned earlier, you should predict. And prediction is really easy. When somebody calls, a sales representative. So the answer of Aisha was, they were clearly okay. You either buy something or you complain about something. So in audio one, these two are the most predictable, answers, right?
Sir,
Most suitable.
sir, sir, we can predict. Sir, we can't hear the voice clearly, the audio clearly, sir.
Okay, the
Therefore,
audio. Okay, the audio
oh,
is clear. The audio is totally clear. There is no problem with the audio. I believe you people are not, you can say, well prepared to listen. I'll replay all the audios and you should listen, okay? Now,
okay.
let's retry.
You will hear a talk about a city's tourist attractions.
Okay, fine. Here.
You will hear a telephone conversation between a car salesperson and a customer.
Okay. Now tell me, audio one.
Sir, buying something.
Mm-hmm. And
Uh,
G. Abdul Hamid.
Sir, I'm buying something and complaining about poor services.
Yes,
Service.
yes, this is true. This is okay. This one is easy, right? Then
Yes.
let's play the second one. Sorry.
You will hear a
Excuse me.
You will hear a lecturer giving a talk about planets. You will hear.
Okay, now tell me. The lecturer is giving lecture about planets.
Explaining discoveries.
Explaining discoveries, audio 2, option 1, okay. What is the second option?
Talking about study.
Sir, explaining theories.
Yes, very good. When you say planets, so there are discoveries and theories, such
Theories,
as Big
okay.
Bang theory and so many other theories, right? Is it clear?
Okay, clear, sir.
Okay, now listen to the third audio.
You will hear a conversation between two students about an assignment.
Okay, now two students are talking about assignments. So what will they talk? What can you predict?
Talking about study achievement and talking about study obligations.
Excellent, yes. These two are the most suitable ones. Okay, last one.
You will hear a talk about a city's tourist attractions.
Sir,
Mhm.
Talking about
talking
places.
about classes and talking about study achievements.
No, the last one,
Recommending activities.
recommending activities and
Talking about places.
Places.
excellent. Excellent. Yes,
Excellent.
Bismillah, you are right. You are right. You see, now you have learned how to predict. Is it clear?
Yes,
sir.
yes, sir.
Okay.
Okay, sir.
Mm-hmm.
Sir, this is so easy. We can't hear your audio. I don't know. There is a problem in my phone or in your audio, sir.
Uh-huh. No, there is no problem with my, with the audios. The audios are like that. And I'm teaching you from laptop, so my laptop is working well. If you could hear it, the last time when I played it, it means that, everything is working perfectly, right? Don't worry.
Yes.
Okay,
Okay.
Okay. Let's move to the next slide.
You will hear a telephone conversation. A lecturer giving a talk about a city.
Okay, now predicting practice. So in the previous section, we were predicting the situations, right? Now, in this exercise, it will help you to use the introduction to predict the words used in listening section. As I have mentioned earlier, you listen to the 4 audio introductions and then predict the 4 most likely words that you might hear for each audio, right? So drag the 4 most likely words to the boxes. that corresponds with each of the following audio, Okay, so I'll play the first one. Are you ready?
Sir, no, sir.
Mm-hmm.
Sir, just wait 20 seconds.
Okay.
Sir, we have to give a look to these words first.
Okay.
Sir,
Mm-hmm.
sir, you should take everyone answer separate.
Okay. Definitely, I will. And I am
Okay,
asking you individually.
okay.
Sir, what is cosmology?
Cosmology is related to the study of cosmos. You can say the universe, where you are studying stars and Milky Ways and other stuff. This is what you call cosmology.
It is related to astronomy.
Astronomy somehow, yes.
Okay, sir.
Okay, so let's play the first audio.
You will hear a telephone conversation between a car salesperson and a customer.
Now, what do you think will go into the first audio? The words that you will likely hear. What can you?
Car and engine.
G?
Car
Mm-hmm.
and engine.
Okay, these two. Now stop. Bismillah, could you please tell me the other two words?
Okay, sir. Delivery.
Uh, Delivery. Okay. Mm-hmm.
Okay. The other one is model.
Very good. Uh-huh.
Sir, shopping and delivery.
Shopping.
No, no.
Mm-hmm. Model is okay. Delivery or shopping? Which one do you think is the right one? Okay, let's move to the next audio and then we will see. Ji, Atika. Ji, yes. Atika, you want to
Sir,
say?
model.
Model, yes. Model, car, engine, and what else?
Delivery, sir.
Okay,
Delivery.
fine. Okay,
Sir,
fine.
actually,
Okay,
I
fine.
didn't understand your answer. I think we have to pick two words. That's why.
It's okay. It's okay. Okay, let's move to the next audio. Now listen to audio number 2. And Abdul Hamid, be ready. You have to answer first, okay?
Yes.
You will hear a lecturer giving a talk about planets.
Okay, so in audio 2, what are the probable words that you might listen? Give me two options. Abdul Hamid.
Mm, Uh, solar system
Solar system, very good.
and cosmology.
Cosmology. Mm-hmm.
Can cosmology, solar system, light year, orbit.
Orbit. Very good. Excellent. Bismillah, I'm playing the third audio and you have to answer me first, okay?
Okay.
You will hear a conversation between two students about an assignment.
Okay, so give me two options for audio 3.
Sir, lecturer.
Uh, Lecturer, okay.
Assignment.
Assignment, fine.
Uh,
Mm-hmm.
Grade, sir.
Grade, okay.
uh,
And
mm,
what else? If we are talking,
sir,
like all of us, we are
sir,
students and we are talking about
uh,
assignment.
Okay.
yes, sir. Sir, assignment, deadline,
Excellent,
lecturer,
yes.
lecture,
Yes.
lecturer, Great.
Yes, excellent. Very good. Okay. Now, I'm playing the last audio, and Atika, you will be giving me the first two options, okay? Be ready.
You will hear a talk about a city's tourist attractions.
Okay, so in the talk about cities' tourist attractions, what are the possible words that you might hear? Atika,
Sir, art gallery and museum.
art gallery and museum. Very good. G, and any of the rest of the options, anyone?
Next to.
Next to, yes.
Car, sir. Car.
Yes, sir.
No, car is not.
No, no.
Museum
Next
art
to.
gallery next to
Next to museum, art
art
gallery,
gallery. And I think shopping, sir.
shopping.
Sir,
Yes.
light here.
No, light year is not okay. Light year is related to, the
That's no
lecture about planets.
Yes, sir. Sir, shopping, I think. Tourists do shopping, sir.
Yeah, shopping is the right answer. Exactly, right? So to sum up this slide, we can say that in the first audio, which was about, car sales representative, so we have car, we have engine, we have delivery, we have model, right?
Yes,
The
sir.
second one was about, lecture about planets. So we have solar system, we have light year, we have orbit, and we have cosmology, right? The third audio was related to assignment. So we have assignment, we have grade, we have deadline, and we have lecturer, right? And the last one, you should tell me.
Next to museum, art gallery, and shopping.
Yes, excellent. So you have learned, mashallah, you have learned how to predict now. That's really good. You people are progressing. So a clap for yourself, okay? Okay, let's move to the next slide. Now, we have learned before listening. Now we are into while listening. Uh, right? So in the while listening, you should be ready to hear, right? Hear what? Each listening extract starts after a pause, and then you will concentrate on looking at the question paper while listening for the answers to the question. So, as the audio will be played, you will be reading as well as listening. So, two skills, they are integrated, they are merged, right? Okay. Some important facts about the listening questions. The answers, you hear are in the same order. For example, question one, then question two, then question three. So all the answers, they are in the same order, okay? So this is not like this that you might hear the answer to question two before question one. This is no such thing, right? You will be hearing all the answers of the questions in the same order as they are displayed, right? Second, you cannot listen again. As I mentioned, and I'm saying it again and again, that the audio will be played only once. So you cannot hear it at the second time. So be ready. You should be totally and absolutely focused on the, listening to the answers. Third, you need to be ready to hear each answer, as I've just said, and listening to the synonyms as well. Now, what does it mean? Although all the answers are in the same order as they are in the questions, right? But
Hammani, sir.
yes, Hammani, exactly. But synonyms, you may not listen to them exactly in the same wording as they are displayed on the question paper or on the question sheet, right? You might hear them in different wording. So you must be concentrated on synonyms. If you miss them, it means that you have lost the answer, right? So you must be totally focused to catch all the possible synonyms that which could be used for certain words or words, right? Now, have a look at this extract from a question paper. I have taken this extract from a question paper. Now, in this section, you will need to listen about a company called BCD International and complete the notes. Let's focus on question 11 here, right? Now, these are the instructions given by the instructor. Now, if we look at instructions here, questions 11 to 20, complete the notes below. Write no more than 3 words and or a number for each answer, right? So you cannot write more than 3 words or a number. Either you write a number or 3 words, whichever suits you, right? Now, it is about BCD International, which is probably a company. Now, number of employees and then 11. 11 means this is the 11th question and then dash, right? So you may not hear in the audio that the number of employees in BCD International is XYZ, whatever the number is. You may hear it in different wording. For example, the workforce in BCD International is 1100, for example. So instead of employees, we have heard what? Workforce. Or, for example, the staff in BCD International is, let's say, 1000. Are you getting my point? So the audio may not tell you the words as they are displayed on the question paper. There might be synonyms used for, used instead of those words which you can see on the piece of paper. So you should be very, very careful and focused. Is it clear?
Yes, sir.
Okay. Now, can you tell me synonyms of the word produce? For example, BCD produces. So can anyone tell me what could be the synonym of the word produce in English? Mhm. Think about it.
Sir, create,
Create. Yes.
generate,
Yes, that is a possible answer. Create. Okay. Create, produce. Mhm.
generate,
Come again.
generate, generate,
Generate. Yes, very good. Yes. A
Sir,
possible.
find.
Yes, Bismillah, what you said?
Find.
I'm not getting you.
Find, sir.
Could you spell it?
Find, find. Is that the one?
Find, produce, and find. No, they are not synonyms.
Sir, add, can we?
Uh, could you again spell your word?
Add, adding things.
Adding. Adding and production, they are two different things. Okay.
Yes.
But still, I appreciate you tried. Ji, Atika,
Sir,
can you think of a possible
sir,
word? Mm-hmm.
sir, can you spell synonyms in Urdu? What meaning? What's called synonym?
Synonym means hammana, hammana, having the same meaning, right?
Same meaning.
Yeah, same meaning, similar meaning.
that manufacture,
Manufacture, yes. Yes, very good. So BCD manufactures, BCD produces, right? So you can hear any of those words, right? So while listening, so you should be ready to hear any synonym as you listen. Is it clear? So the keywords are in this, in these questions are, they are number of employees or produces, right? In the IELTS listing, you will not hear the exact same words as the question words. It would be too easy if that was the case, right? So this is why the IELTS, examiners, they have actually devised, they have changed the words with the synonyms so that they could see and assess whether you are really able to answer the questions or not. Now, being ready practice. Now, as we have learned in the previous slide, so we'll be practicing here. Looking at the question paper below, this one, you will need to listen for the words and expression which will tell you that the answer will soon be given, okay? So drag each expression from the words list below to the box that matches the type of answers you might hear for questions 11 and 12, right? Now, these are, the options. Here we have two questions. For the answer to question 11, I might hear. So I will start with Aisha. Could you please tell me for answer 11, which of these options you could pick?
First we have to give a look to these words.
You can have a look. Yes, okay, fine.
Okay.
All of you should read these words and these questions. You have 30 seconds.
Okay, sir.
Okay, fine. Aisha, go ahead. Give me two options for the question number 11.
Okay, sir. Question number 11.
Yes.
Size of workforce.
A size of workforce, okay.
How many staff?
How many staff? These two. Fine. Ji, Bismillah. Give me two more options from these for the question 11. Bismillah, are you there?
Okay, sir.
Give me two options from here.
Sir, BCD implies
Very good. Yes, BCD implies. And
how many staff?
how many staff is already given, so you should pick another one.
Size of workforce.
The size of workforce is also given by Aisha. Choose another one.
The total size is.
Very good. Yes, total size is. Yes, excellent. Atika, dear, could you please pick two more options for question 11? Ji, Atika.
Sir, BCD supplies.
No, supplies is for question 12. I am talking about question 11. The number of employees we are talking about. So,
What BCD does?
No.
No. We are talking about employees, number. Yes, Abdul Hamid, if you can answer.
Sir, how large workplace?
How large
Workforce.
Yes, workforce. Okay, that is the right.
Workforce.
And
Sir,
Same size of workforce.
yes. And we employ,
we employ, sir.
right?
Size of yes, sir. Size of workforce also.
Yes, but those are the options already given by Bismillah and Aisha. So we have BCD employees. We imply how many staff, the total size is, size of workforce, and how large workforce is, right? So these are the options for question 11. Okay, Atik, I will start with you. Could you please answer question 12? Give me two options. BCD produces.
BCD makes.
BCD makes.
The
BCD
company
makes.
is a manufacturer of.
Okay, BCD makes and we manufacture. Okay.
Sir.
Ji, Abdul Hamid.
Sir, what BCD does? What BCD produces?
Very good. Yes, what BCD does, what BCD produces. Yes. Bismillah.
Okay, sir, we manufacture.
We manufacture.
Company has grown to.
The company has grown to, no, company has grown to, again, that is the number, the size.
Okay, sir. BCD supplies.
BCD supplies. Very good. Yes, BCD supplies. Ji, Aisha.
Sir, can I answer it from start?
Yes.
BCD is a produce of what BCD produces, what BCD does, we manufacture, what business BCD makes, BCD supplies.
Yes, excellent. So, now you have learned what to predict, right? On the paper you can see the questions are number of employees, but here we have different ways to say the same thing. BCD employees, for example, XYZ number, whatever is the number, or we imply, or how many staff, right? Or size of the workforce, or the total size is, right? And the company has grown to, or how large the workforce is. So these are the possible synonyms or possible ways to hear the answer to the question number 11. And same is the case with question number 12. Is it clear?
Yes, sir.
Okay. Now, as we have predicted, now we are going to see whether you are able to catch the answers to these two questions or not. Do you have the pen and the paper ready?
Yes.
Yes, sir.
I will play the audio
Okay.
and we'll see if you are able to answer it correctly or not. Okay?
Okay.
Okay, ladies and gentlemen, I'd like to introduce Ron Downing to you. Ron is here to talk to you about BCD International. Ron?
Thank you. It's a pleasure to be here again. I have to say that last year's presentation was very successful indeed. It resulted in 14 people being placed in our offices. So, in total, BCD now employs exactly 527 people worldwide, and all with a variety of skills, which I shall talk about later. Okay, you probably want to know what business BCD is in and what it actually does. BCD International is the second largest computer software manufacturer in the world. And although it is widely considered to make the best quality product, other software companies always provide strong competition. And this means we need to continue employing the most highly skilled people. So, what type of employers are we looking for?
Okay, now tell me the answers.
Sir, 14s, 500s, and skills worker.
No, for question 11, what is the answer? Could you please tell me?
14, 14
Mhm.
and 500s skills workers.
You are not looking here, my dear. Write no more than 3 words and or a number. So what is the number or what are the 3 words? You should not write anything more than that. The answer will be automatically wrong.
Yes.
Ji, Bismillah. What is the number? Ji. Aisha, can you tell me the number? Number of employees?
527.
Yes, the total number of employees is 527. Abdul Hamid, you have heard the word 14. That is correct. But he said that now the total number of employees is, right? He said, when you heard 14, so he said that we have added those 14 into our offices. But the total number is 527. Yes, Aisha, you are right.
Sir,
Atika,
sir,
Atika.
BCD, sir,
Mhm.
can I answer? Sir, BCD produces computer software programs. It is a software company, that's why.
Yes, computer software programs. So no more than 3 words, you are within the 3-word limit. Computer, software, and programs. So 3 words, right? Here
Yes,
is
sir.
1 number and 3 words. Is it clear?
Yes, sir.
Atika, what are the answers you wrote? Atika?
Yes,
Gee, what are the answers?
sir. I had only computer.
Okay, you wrote only computer. Fine. Okay, should I replay it for you people?
Yes. Yes, sir.
Okay, so that you should have a fair bit of idea. Okay, let me replay it.
Okay, ladies and gentlemen, I'd like to introduce Ron Downing to you. Ron is here to talk to you about BCD International. Ron?
Thank you. It's a pleasure to be here again. I have to say that last year's presentation was very successful indeed. It resulted in 14 people being placed in our offices. So, in total, BCD now employs exactly 527 people worldwide, and all with a variety of skills, which I shall talk about later. Okay, you probably want to know what business BCD is in and what it actually does. BCD International is the second largest computer software manufacturer in the world, and although it is widely considered to make the best...
Have you heard? Second largest computer software manufacturer. You see, it does not say BCD produces. It says we are the second largest computer software manufacturer in the world. Are you getting?
Yes.
Yes,
Yes,
sir.
sir. Yes. Okay.
So, you know, this is how, you know, this is why the IELTS test is a bit technical and a bit difficult. Otherwise, there is no technicality. It is very easy. It is just language, and I know you people can do it. But the only thing is that you should understand these technicalities, and this is what I'm teaching you. Is it clear?
Oh, yes, sir.
All right. Shall we move forward?
Yes, sir.
Okay. Now, while listening, so listening while reading, another important strategy is that while you are listening is to be able to read the questions and listen for answers at the same time, right? It is very important. Here is how you can keep track of the listening while reading the questions on the question paper. Number first, keep reading ahead of the audio recording. And how can you do it? As I've mentioned earlier, in the pause time, in those 30 seconds, you should be able to read the questions, right? Second, for example, if you have just answered question 11, you should have read question number 12 and 13 as well. And you should be ready to hear the answers for 12 and 13. And this could only be done if you are, you know, if you practice well, if you are fast enough, if you use those 30 seconds, if you utilize those 30 seconds well. So I believe there will be no issues for you to answer these questions accurately, right? Second, also, do not panic if you miss an answer. Now, sometimes, you know, this happens to a lot of students. If they miss an answer, they will start, you know, crying. Crying, I mean, they will start getting sad for that one answer. And in the process, they will lose the second one, and then the third one, and then the fourth one. So if you miss an answer, don't worry about it. Forget about that answer and move ahead. G.
Sir, panic mean? Panic.
पैनिक
Panic
मीन
mean?
जब आपको जो है ना वो हो जाती है आप बेसाख्ता हो जाते हैं ठीक है
Yes, I listen panic attack, but not panic.
Okay.
Panic attack.
Yeah, but there is almost same thing. You know, attack is just to intensify the meaning or give some emphasis on the meaning, right? Otherwise, it's the
Yes.
same. Okay, so you should
Okay.
not panic. You should not panic. You should have, you know, you should be calm and cool. If you miss an answer, that is just 1 point. So for that 1 point, you should not lose 5 more points. This is what I mean simply, right? If you think that you have lost the answer to question number 11, just move to question number 12 and try to answer 12 and 13 and 14 accurately, right? Are you getting my point? If you remain there in question 11 and you do not move ahead, so the audio will not stop for you. And in this process, what will happen? You will actually lose more questions. So do not panic and just, you know, answer as you listen, right? If you think you have missed an answer, make the answer, the question you have missed, right? Mark it and then keep reading ahead and try to answer the questions after the section has finished, right? And how can we do it? We'll discuss it later. Now, listening while reading. This activity gives you the chance to practice reading the questions while listening, right? Read the questions below. This is how they will look in your IELTS listening test question paper. Who is saying something? It's okay. It's okay. Do not panic, my dear. When you practice more, you know it will things will get easy, right? Now, I'm giving you 30 seconds to read question 11 to question 15, and then I will play the audio, right? Okay, are you ready? Should I play the audio?
Yes, sir.
Okay, here we go.
Sir, ask from other fellows if they are ready.
Yeah, they should be ready.
Okay, ladies and gentlemen, I'd like to introduce Ron Downing to you. Ron is here to talk to you about BCD International. Ron?
Thank you. It's a pleasure to be here again. I have to say that last year's presentation was very successful indeed. It resulted in 14 people being placed in our offices. So, in total, BCD now employs exactly 527 people worldwide, and all with a variety of skills, which I shall talk about later. Okay, you probably want to know what business BCD is in and what it actually does. BCD International is the second largest computer software manufacturer in the world. And although it is widely considered to make the best quality product, other software companies always provide strong competition. And this means we need to continue employing the most highly skilled people. So, what type of employers are we looking for? Well, we need people who are good programmers and who have at least 2 years' experience of working with computers. Oh, and another important requirement is that you need to be willing to travel overseas, because at some point during your employment, you will need to visit customers in other countries. But having said that, we don't expect you to be based overseas long term. In fact, all new employees will be permanently assigned to one of our 3 locations here in Australia, either Sydney, Brisbane, or Melbourne. Now, if you are taken on by us, you will not only be able to work on a variety of interesting projects, but you will also be paid very well for your efforts. The salary scale consists of 3 levels, with the starting level, level 1, paying $64,500. If your performance is satisfactory, this could eventually rise to level 3, which is $76,300. Are there any questions about what?
Okay. Now I will start with Bismillah. Could you please tell me the answers?
Okay, sir. Sir, number of employees 527.
Then
Sir, BCD produces computer software manufacturing.
no, manufacturing is wrong. Produce already means manufacturing. So you should say computer softwares. Okay. What about question number 13?
Sir, 2 year.
2 years
I
is
work for 2 years.
no, that is already there. Sometimes work in dash. Work where? Gee, Aisha, could you please tell me?
Sir, sometimes works in other countries.
Very good. In other countries,
3
exactly.
offices, Australia, Sydney, and Melbourne, and the salary is $76,300.
Okay, so 3 offices. What did you write here in question number 14?
Australia,
Uh-huh.
Sydney, and Melbourne.
Number.
Okay, you need to write, no more than 3 words or a number. So when you said 3 offices in Australia, so Australia is the country. Melbourne and, Sydney, they are, cities of Australia. So when
Okay,
you
okay,
said Australia, it is okay. But if you have said, Sydney, Melbourne, and the other city, then probably it is also fine. But Australia should not be there then. Okay?
sir. If we wrote the rest of if we wrote Sydney and Melbourne too, if we couldn't understand well in the test, for example, then it will consider wrong.
Yes, it will be considered wrong.
Okay, sir.
The test is not difficult. The technicalities are difficult, and this is why I'm teaching you these technicalities. Otherwise, you could practice on your own as well. But the job of a teacher is to teach you the technicality where you could possibly lose points. And I don't want you to lose the points, okay? This is why I'm
Okay,
teaching you each and everything. As Bismillah mentioned that, BCD produces computer software manufacturer, right? So he was within the 3 words limit, but he used the word manufacturer, right? Which was wrong. Why? Because produces already means manufacturer.
yes, sir.
Are you getting my point?
Yes, sir.
So you should not only be, this is something we are going to discuss in the coming lecture, but let me say it in advance that the answer should not only be, correct in terms of what is required in number, but also they should be correct in terms of meaning as well as in terms of grammar, plus spelling as well. And these are the things, inshallah, we'll be discussing tomorrow. Okay?
Okay, sir.
Okay. Ji, Atika, what are your answers? Yes, Atika?
Sir,
Mm-hmm. Dear, you should participate. If you are staying silent, so it will not help you. Ji, Abdul Hamid, what are your answers? I don't know why are these students mute or they don't want to talk. Okay, let's move to the next slide. Okay, now here is another important thing. When you are done listening to the whole test, right, to the whole audio, so after listening, what should you do? You should check your answers. In the 30 seconds after each section, there will be given time, the 30 seconds, right? You need to check. What should you check? You should check actually that you have followed the instructions well, as I mentioned earlier, that you should not, if the instruction is do not write more than 1 word or 2 words or 3 words, so you should see whether you have followed the instructions or not. And also you should check whether you have used good grammar, as I've given the example in Bismillah's answer, and you should also check whether you have spelled the answers correctly or not, right? Some examples of these types of mistakes. For example, in BCD example, you can see that here there is a very clear word limit, right? So you should not exceed the word limit. The next aspect of your answers to check is grammar. For example, when you have to fill gaps with word or words, right? You must use the words that you have heard in the listening section. And also there must be a grammatical fit on the question paper. If you just write, for example, overseas, as you have heard in the previous slide, right? When the speaker was saying that sometimes you have to work in overseas. Now, overseas does not fit grammatically here. मेरी बात की समझ आ रही है आप लोगों को?
Yes,
If you
sir.
write sometimes work in overseas, so overseas does not fit here, right? The correct answer is to work in other countries or work abroad, right? But when you say in abroad, again, it does not fit. So work in other countries is the right option, right? So you have to see this and you have to check this and you have to answer correctly. Now, another important aspect of checking your grammar is to make sure that you have not written unnecessary words. As I have mentioned in Bismillah's answer, he wrote manufacturer, right? Which was unnecessary because the word produce was already there. So you should also be very careful about it, right? Be careful of this because repeating unnecessary words may also affect your ability to keep your answers to the word limit, right? Third, you should be checking spellings, and this is the most important thing. Most of the times we spell right, we write the answers correctly, but the spelling is wrong. So this is why the answer becomes wrong and we lose points. I myself, I will talk about myself. When I was taking IELTS for the first time in 2020, I wrote the spelling of February wrong, which was one of the answers. And this is why my answer was wrong. Now, February is a very common word. Everyone knows the spelling, but I misspelled it and the answer was wrong. So you need to be very careful about it, right? And last thing, when you think that you have missed an answer, right? So try to have an educated guess. Try to think about it, right? Write something. If you leave it blank, you have already lost the point. But if you write something, it is very likely that you might answer the word, answer correctly. Are you getting my point? So these are the few tips. These are a few listening strategies that you must learn and you must incorporate in your IELTS listening test. If there is any question, you may ask. Yes, dear. Any question?
Sir,
No, sir, clear.
Ji,
sir,
yes.
for, I know that our writing section is not start yet, but sir, if you provide vocabulary and anything related to the writing section, so it will be very better for us.
You want me to discuss the writing section now?
No, sir. Provide materials like vocabulary, synonyms, etc.
All right, I will share, the material with you people, right?
Because we have only 1 month time for preparation. So before starting the writing section, we have some knowledge, some vocabulary about writing section. Then if we have this knowledge, then it would be very better for us to understand the writing section uh, and we will improve our grammar, everything. So that's
All
why
right.
before writing section, we have to prepare ourselves.
All right, I'll provide you. I'll provide you with the vocabulary, right? The glossary, the word lists that you should learn and you should be able to use them in your writing. So don't worry, I'll share the material with you in the group. Is that it? Any other question or any other suggestion?
So I asked you this because I'm not good in writing. That's why.
It's okay. It's okay. No worries. Okay, so that's all about it for our